Hello everyone, I am Kartik Sharma and I welcome all of you at the talk with ETGovernment The Economic Times. And today our guest is Mr. Dhiraj Srivastava, Commissioner of Rajasthan Foundation. He is a 1994 batch RS officer, has taken voluntary retirement, but he has served in various capacities in not only in CM office of Rajasthan but also in Prime Minister office of India, and has been at very key positions in his entire career. Today we'll be talking to Mr. Dhiraj Srivastava about Rajasthan Foundation and what he's doing to promote this brand Rajasthan. Welcome, Mr. Dhiraj Srivastava.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for talking to us. We can see a lot of activities by Rajasthan Foundation and a lot of proactive role the Rajasthan Foundation is playing in building a brand Rajasthan. Please tell us something about that.
So you have rightly said, when you say Rajasthan Foundation, it depicts the vision of our Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. Ashok Gehlot, who conceptualized this foundation concept in his first term. And Rajasthan perhaps was the first state in the country who organized an international event for its diaspora, made a lot of connectivity, and there was an emotional bonding with our people who went in various parts of the country or abroad in pursuits of excellence, I must say. When I say excellence, then it covers a whole stream of activity, whether it is academics, whether it is entrepreneur, whether it is uh, any other sector, you name it, and you will find a Rajasthani over there who has excelled in that particular field. So I really salute our Chief Minister that he had that vision almost 25 years ago and made this foundation to have a regular interaction with its diaspora. And you would recall that after Rajasthan's event, Government of India started the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas
Yes.
for a global diaspora of all the Indians staying abroad, and it became a regular phenomena every year. The date was fixed, and now it has gone to a altogether different level. So, from that perspective, I see that this body is having a role in not only creating a brand but also promoting it.
Right. So, how are you taking the support of or the participation of the Rajasthan diaspora across the globe and also the people in Rajasthan? How are you collaborating with them to create this brand Rajasthan?
So, I took over maybe around 3.5 years ago, and I was fortunate to have served the Chief Minister in his first term. And when this entire event took place, I was his OSD, and I was also instrumental in organizing that event and conceptualizing this body. So when I got this opportunity after seeking voluntary retirement to opt for some task, then I voluntarily requested CM Saab कि this is the platform which I would like to lead, because I could see the potential, the way our non-residents are involved, they are concerned, they remain attached, no matter wherever they are, but their one part of their heart always remains behind, and that makes them come to their homeland once, twice, thrice. They have identified so many cultural events, whether it is Jadula, whether it is a marriage, whether it is a birth, anything, but they have to perform that ritual back home. So from there we started, and then during the pandemic, the moment we started our activities of bonding and reaching out to them, and because there was a gap of almost 15-18 years, this body was almost not functional sort of for various reasons. But as I said, then the pandemic came, and that was a blessing in disguise, because that galvanized the entire diaspora across the world. And I was connected with them. We organized virtual meetings, and our chief minister spared n number of times to meet with them virtually. And our non-residents were equally excited to talk to the CM, the entire machinery, the entire who's who. And we were also very excited that we are able to do something with their help and support.
Right, definitely. And as they say, that crisis comes along with a lot of opportunities. And here you have actually Rajasthan has proved that in the crisis also a lot of things could be done. And as they say that you can take a person out of a place, but you cannot take a place out of that person. And I think Rajasthan used this, and you took a support of the non-resident Rajasthan. And we have seen there is one example which is very eye-catching, that by using technology, you used you leverage the services of the non-resident Rajasthani doctors
Yeah.
in medical space. So tell us something about that.
So that is a very interesting concept which came up during the COVID times only, and we had made a global platform where almost two to three important people representing any particular sector, they were added on a WhatsApp group, and there we began our interactions. Then this doctors group who were spread all across the globe, and you can imagine the Indian doctor who is well settled abroad, and the time he spends is all money oriented. So he spends 1 minute for a patient, he gets huge amount in return. But those doctors collectively, they made a request, we want to do something, so you tell us how to go about it. Then we evolved the concept of Dori. Dori is in Hindi, it means, sutra. It is a Dori, it is a thread which binds all of us together.
Yes.
And the full form is Doctors of Rajasthan International. So they came across, they have formed a body, they have elected office bearers, and it is a registered society now in Jaipur. So through that platform, Rajasthan Foundation and with our NRR support, we developed an app which could help our remotest guy in the village who has no knowledge of anything, who can't even converse. But we have provided an audio and video facility in that app. You can just say what problem you are having, and you select your stream of doctor. Suppose you have an eye problem, we have an ophthalmologist. You have an urology problem, we have a urologist there. So every top sector, the doctor is there. Almost 175 doctors are already enrolled on that, and they are sparing their time. They get their calls. They can fix, because the time difference. So the patient has to just record and send that message, and the doctor concerned will take out. He will fix a time appointment. Then both of them can come on a video or audio. He can guide, because it is basically a consultancy. Because sitting there, he cannot prescribe.
Yes.
Nor do we promote because of various reasons. So it is basically a moral support and an expert consultation. It is like a telemedicine services.
Right.
So it is very successful. I'm very happy that these type of elements came out of during the crisis, and which has eventually helped the entire state, because our CM, as you know, COVID handle management was one of the best in entire country. And it was also possible that all important advice, the suggestions coming from various parts of the globe, because CM had virtual meetings. As I said, almost 100 meetings he was having on a daily basis.
Yes, yes, definitely. And you talked about the crisis management. COVID was really an exemplary example. But we have also seen that Rajasthan Foundation has supported its people in the global crisis
Yeah.
also. We saw during the Ukraine-Russia war and a lot of such instances. So tell us about your experience. How are you, extending your hands, support the in globally people in the crisis situation?
See, as I said, the original objective, the idea behind this body was to have a regular interaction and an emotional connect. Whenever any non-residents come to Rajasthan, we should be there. If he requires any help, we should be able to help. But it was the other way around. When the crisis came, and so the Ukraine crisis, which you just mentioned, so in that, our people who were in nearby areas, in Poland, in Romania, and all those areas nearby, so they came out in big numbers. They provided shelters to these students. They make their lodging, boarding arrangements. At the border also, there was huge crisis going on, you know.
Right.
So ambulance services, their accommodation and liaising with the Indian government and the Air Force, all those things with the embassy, with the help of embassy, because we were all here. So we could only guide and request them that we want this. And back came the support. So almost 1008 students from all various districts of Rajasthan, they were brought back not only safely from Ukraine to Delhi or Bombay, where Indian government provided the Air Force planes and they brought them to one destination. But even their onward journey, our Chief Minister was so considerate and sympathetic. He ensured that each and every student should not pay a single penny from his pocket till he reaches home safely. So we were in touch with the parents, we were in touch with their the student concerned, and we ensured that he reaches home safely, comfortably, and relaxes there.
That's great. So it's great to know that this organization is supporting and contributing in the vision of the Chief Minister, Mr. Ashok Gehlot, of serving the people at the last mile, serving people in any part of the world. I think great to know. Lastly, I'll ask you, what are your plans and how do you see your Rajasthan Foundation's role in the future? Tell us about some plans of Rajasthan Foundation in the future.
See, if you have seen the this recent budget, so there was an announcement made by our CM that this international conclave will be organized again. So we are working out a date probably in July or because September may be too close and we want a proper time. So this will be a very mega event in the month of July that all our diaspora will once again assemble in Jaipur. And as you said, that these leverages which we are trying to make, the backward and forward linkages with any person. Now, suppose we organize one VC where our chief secretary, ma'am, attended. All those students who have been awarded the scholarship, they have gone abroad. They are studying in Harvard and Oxford like institutions. Government of Rajasthan has provided them the financial support. But through Rajasthan Foundation, we are providing them that emotional and the homely support wherever they are abroad. So our people who are already there since ages, they have come forward in making their logistical arrangement. Whenever a student or when whoever wants to have some Rajasthani food, they can visit the nearest family. They will be like their child
Right.
abroad. So through these little steps, we have tried to address both the person who's coming from abroad to his native place, and from here, if anyone goes there, so he will also be accorded the same reception. So this two-way process has helped us in many ways. And the biggest help, I should say, which has come is in the form of developing the model state of Rajasthan. Because you see, Rajasthan is not one of those states which is publicizing or making all-out effort to show to the world that what we are doing. unlike many other states. So, Mr. Gehlot believes in action. You just keep doing your work, and uh, publicity will happen. But I see that there is an element of awareness. It is not publicity. But suppose I am giving a scholarship to a student, but I am not aware. Then who is responsible for that?
Right.
So with these mechanisms, we are able to percolate and take the message, the various welfare schemes of the government to the ground, and that has resulted in setting up the backward and forward linkages. And I will give you a very small example. Our Dubai-based very prominent NRR, they connected us with a group. They have come up with a 24 by 7 tutor facility.
Okay.
So we launched a pilot. Mr. B.D. Kalla and the education department, they signed an MOU. Rajasthan Foundation facilitated all these action. And we started with 10,000 students in the state. So 10,000 students were enrolled, and they were asked to, they could utilize any time at 2 p.m. I am studying and I came across a problem. Now I am stuck. So either I will close my book and go to sleep, or wait till that day that that problem is solved by any teacher or something.
Right.
So at 2 p.m. in the night, I can make a call. Within 10 seconds, my one tutor will come online, and he will solve my issue. So that helped in such a way that that 10,000 pilot was increased to 1,25,000.
Oh,
So,
that's
so
good.
1,25,000 were covered free of cost pro bono.
Okay.
Similarly, with the help of another similar organization, we provided 100 smart classrooms facility. So these type of things that we are able to do with the help of our donors. Now, in Churu district, recently, government has given its approval. We have started an LOI concept, letter of intent. Any person who wants to set up charitable work or do some donation related activity in his town, in his city, in his district. So his only task is to send us a letter. Rest we will take care. It is a single window. So in Churu, 150 crore, 150 crore project for setting up a hospital proposal has just now been approved by CM.
That's
So the land has been allotted, and they will construct, they will hand over the hospital to the district administration. So
Okay.
these type of things is a huge relief in remote areas, you see.
yes.
When the entire state, not only Rajasthan, the entire country was struggling to obtain oxygen concentrators, then we were the first to get more than 3,000 concentrators. And not only we got it, but through the courier services, we were able to send it to the remotest part of the district.
That's wonderful. I think these steps which you have taken, and as you said, and as we all can experience, that action speaks
Louder
louder
than
than
words.
words, and you are quite nicely exemplifying it here. The vision of Honorable Chief Minister of Rajasthan and Rajasthan Foundation is adding a lot to it, and the steps you have taken using technology, coming into the field of health, education, and various social welfare spaces, and collaborating and engaging the global diaspora of Rajasthan, and helping not only the citizen outside India but also citizens in the last mile in India itself. So great to know, Mr. Dhiraj Srivastava. Thank you for talking to ET Government, the Economic Times. And here we were talking to Mr. Dhiraj, who is doing with the leadership of the Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot a lot of work in promoting Rajasthan, in doing a lot of things for people of Rajasthan, not only in India but across the globe. And thank you so much, Mr. Srivastava.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.